Hello Canoes, Lisa DeHart here, 3 Minutes with a Maine Guide. And our next piece of gear, I'd be remiss without, it's gotta be the canoes. Okay, so there they are. Let me just say, I love every boat Old Town stopped making. The black boat is a 17'2" tripper, and the green boat is a 16'2" camper. So I got no complaints at all about either one of these boats. I've been running that as a solo guide boat, the green, since 1997. This one since like 1999, the long tripper. I like the longer boats. They're super stable in the big waves. They span those troughs rather than knifing into them. They've come to make canoes 14, 15 feet long, and they just knife into those waves, and that's a trap because you got a canoe so small with full-sized adults in it with expedition gear, and all of a sudden it's so tippy and so squirrely and has so little freeboard at the gunnels that they end up like carrying them through the woods because they're scared to death to run them into anything above a class 2+. So these are super stable, both models with that deep V entry. Once you enter a V in a rapid, the whole rest of the boat's going through. They are awesome. Okay, so I'm the generation that named their boats of canoeists. And this one's named Caca. You've heard me say it a bunch of times over gear and stuff I love. You know, that's a caca. It's just an old Maine expression that means you really like it. And this solo tripper took me a long time to name, but I named it Destination because no matter where I'm going, if I am in this boat, I have arrived at my destination. So here's some other old school things about my boat. I ripped out the stern seat, didn't need it, and you can carry as much gear as a tripper without it in there. The bow seat, I cut seatbelts out of the vehicles in a junkyard, and did that long before Old Town started doing it. This I'm kind of proud of. This is my little fish scale that I put on there, and it goes to 24 inches. My guide friend LT said to me when he saw that, he said, "Geez, Lisa, that's a little bit cocky going to 24 inches, isn't it?" But the last fish I caught measured on that fish scale went to 22 inches. So Will Rogers said, "It ain't bragging if you can do it." So that's the biggest fish I've ever caught, 22 inches, and I know because of that fish scale. You're also going to notice there's no adaptations at all for any kind of a spray skirt or anything. That's another old school thing. There is a seam in standing waves that you can see if somebody points it out to you and you know what to look for. It is there as consistently as the big V's you look for in a rapid. It is a seam. You slow it down, you ride that seam, and you won't take on but a teacup of water, okay? And so I would rather know that than take a perfectly good brand new canoe that I spent that much money for and start drilling holes all over it. I don't know. I think the young canoeists I see on YouTube, I think they're trying to get a camera effect by taking those standing waves in the worst possible spot you could. And they bother to do the spray skirt, but I don't. I will look for that seam till the day I die. So the next thing I just want to give a shout out for is our live stream. We're going to do that the 27th of May at 7 p.m. We're going to live stream 3 Minutes with a Maine Guide for anybody that wants to join us, May 27th at 7 p.m. I also want to give a shout out to the Maine Canoe Symposium. They made me a better canoeist and they made me a better guide. And they are happening June 11th, 2022. MaineCanoeSymposium.org. Go on to their website. I'm Lisa DeHart. You just spent 3 minutes with a Maine Guide.